Hi guys, I'm going to show you in this video the mistakes I made in one of the very important interview I had some few years ago. And I want you to really listen because you're going to learn from this video. Now just keep watching this video. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, share, like and comment. Thank you so much. I love you. Now these are the lessons I learned from an interview I failed. Now I went for an interview after my first job. I needed to change job very quickly, right? Because I was having issues with my first job. Now I went for this interview and these are the questions I was asked. Now the first one was around, okay, how do I do distinct count in pivot table? I know you must have faced that as well. How do you do distinct count? I did not know. Your data analyst did not know how to do that. Another question was, oh, how do you do a report layout? So you have a subcategory and category. For example, you can just drag category and subcategory into rows and it will just form layer on top of each other in one column. But I needed category to be in one column, subcategory to be in another column. I did not know how to do that. Another one was, oh, how do you separate a name? Let's say a full name, Adeyeye Michael, into Adeyeye then Michael, separate columns without using text to column, using formula. Another problem. Another one was, how do you convert thousands, millions and billions, those zeros, and just write maybe K if it is thousand, M if it is million, B if it is billion. I never knew how to do that as a data analyst. But these are the lessons I learned, and I failed that interview. Let me just tell you, I failed that interview. I didn't get that job because the major questions, I failed them. Now, these are the lessons I learned from that experience. Now, the first thing is, you don't need to know everything before you set out. Now, I know a lot of us are, trying to guess, what do I do? Have I learned enough? I only know about Excel. I know a bit of Power BI, but is this enough? Now, let me tell you the real truth. It is enough. All you need to do is take that step and start. So that's the first thing. Take that step and start. Although I failed that second interview, but I learned that giant stride of taking that bold step and starting gave me a leverage. Because when I got my next job, this interview experience is really helped me. Now, say for example, this interview that I failed, when I got my next job, I still met the same question, some of the questions in the next interview. So I just get through it because I was just laughing through them because I faced them before. So it was an experience for me. I fixed. So the second point here is, every challenge is a blessing in disguise sometimes. All right, so what was like a challenge to me in that interview, I couldn't perform well, I failed the interview. But in my next interview, because of that experience, I had to go and learn those things by fire by force. So if sometimes there are some things that you won't be able to learn in your struggles, it is that problem. It is the problem that comes to you that allows you to learn them. So that when that program came, I was able to tackle those challenges. All right. So remember, the first thing I told you was, you don't need to know everything before you set out. Now, second one is, every challenge comes as a blessing sometimes, right? Every challenge comes as a blessing, especially in this data analytics world, right? I was gaining from that. The third lesson I want to share with you is, learning continues in this data field. So don't think you have learned it, I know it or not. No. Learning continues. You keep learning every day, and these challenges are what will give you that leverage, right? Those questions I was unable to solve, I went back home, I was able to solve them, and it has helped me greatly. I think there was someone, a colleague of mine some times ago, and this same distinct counting pivot table was what I showed him. He was like, wow, is it possible? I even showed some other people, big people, people that are like my bosses. I showed them, okay, this is how you add B, R, K, and M to numbers in your Excel, instead of writing to format it so that it makes it look more readable, right? Yes, those are experiences that I'm gaining from that. It was that interview that gave me that leverage. All right, I've also in cases shown people and marveled people with separating full names with code without using text to column. So these experiences have really helped me in my journey, and I know it will help you too. So first thing is, start out. You don't need to know everything before you start out. The second thing is, in every challenge there is a blessing. And the third thing is, learning continues. you always need to learn. You keep learning every day. Learning does not stop, and every of your experiences will count later to sum up into what you are. So I want you to, if you are taking anything from this video, those 3 points, don't miss them, don't forget them. You really need it in your career. I hope this has blessed you. I hope you've learned one or two. All right, please do well to subscribe to my channel, comment, like, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye.